Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
This here is a true story about crossing the pond at night in the world's smallest cockpit, on the tanker, through the weather. Oh, and to the tanker crew who did that, thanks a lot. We really appreciated that. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Well, there I was, crossing the pond, and you could see that I wasn't exactly fun.
So there I was, coming out of altitude like a gun safe full of guns.
Thank you, Disco.
A high tack-hand approach into Cecil Field. I look over my right shoulder. I see Buggsy right there, welded wing. Actually, I could see Buggsy's airplane. Problem was we were picking up so much ice, and we had gone, and we'd gotten down into real humid air. The canopy had fogged over, and I could see him rubbing vigorously to get a hole so he could look through the hole to keep sight of me.
I do recall that now. That was a good trip. That was it.
Well, that's better than the story you talked about cube rubbing vigorously at the squadron. Yeah. Greetings, everyone. Repeat here. You're listening to So There I Was. It's how all great aviation tales begin. That sounds like the beginning of a slightly terrifying one with my co-host, Fig, and our guest, Buggsy.
Buggsy!
Yeah.
So, fellas.
This is a repeat.
There's more to that. That we're
going to hear it. We're going to hear it. But this is a repeat performance for Buggsy. He was on with Moto on episode probably 14 or so, something like that. The True Lies episode. One of the gents who flew some of the scenes in the movie True Lies with Ani and Jamie Lee. In fact, there's a picture on our website of Jamie Lee with her arms around you, lad.
Indeed. Why not?
Tough life. Someone's got to do it.
When I picture Jamie Lee Curtis in my mind's eye, it's that movie. It's from that movie. That Jamie Lee Curtis.
Episode 16.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And she loved
the brains. Trading places better, but,
So fresh from the Harrier Sundown, and Buggs was there, obviously. It was a magnificent week. What was the high point for you, Buggs?
Obviously, it could be a number of things. I think that just seeing all the guys again, some of them it's been, I think 37 years at this point.
Right.
Tex, I saw him. I hadn't seen him since he moved out to Yuma after he finished the rag.
Yeah, it would have been 1990.
90. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So 36 years. Close.
Great to see Tex.
Punky.
Need to get him on the show.
Punky in a long time, lawman.
Yeah.
So that was great, and just sitting around telling stories, really rekindling some old friendships and remembering some wild times. And then of course the Sundown Ceremony itself was really well done. I mean, I talked to a lot of guys, I'm sure you guys have, and not one negative comment. It was really put together well, I thought. And honestly, the best part was there wasn't a speaker there to take away from that moment, to take away from, the last flight of the Harrier. And I really thought that was pretty special. I think that was echoed by everyone I talked to.
Absolutely.
So, and then finally, the part you guys skipped out on, and I'll give credit to Rudy's wife for bringing us along on this one, but we went to the gala, and that was really well done too. So, there was some speakers. They all did a phenomenal job, and then of course seeing guys that I hadn't seen in quite some time. It was really a neat time, and there was about 30 minutes of dancing, and that's about the time that Deb and I bugged out. So
perfect
week. It really was. Good to see you guys. Good to see the rest of the crew.
I saw a nice little video of you guys entering the gala. You guys had it going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Who did that? I need to put that up on the website. That was clearly AI, but a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sorry. I am kind of sorry I missed the gala. I didn't want to go. I mean, I would have had to drug. It would have been I probably would have had to go by myself. Well, repeat could have been my date, but that's probably.
Hold on.
If I had to go back and do it again, that's the only thing I would change.
Listen, it was a great way to cap off the week, but if you were there for the first, for Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, that was the bulk of it right there.
Do you recall who the speakers were that spoke at the gala?
I did send them to.
Was it Marine historical, Harrier historical type?
Yeah. So Lieutenant General Goering spoke. Senior Harrier pilot, right?
Nice.
Okay.
Let me see who else there. I'm sorry, General Goering. Correct myself, yeah.
Call sign Herman.
Bingo.
Had to
and
do
then, let's see, there was Lieutenant General Robert Walsh spoke. And we had speakers from Rolls-Royce, BAE, and that one's Boeing, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
If you had to guess, how many were in attendance?
There were at least 600 there.
Wow.
Tables of 10.
Yeah.
I saw at least 60 tables.
So, awesome. Repeat, when we packed up all the hardware from King Mackerel, I went down and across the street to where 331 was doing their thing, and holy shit, they had like 2 floors of that place. I mean, 331's
was amazing,
got it.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
They got a hell of a, they got a hell of a cadre that stick together. It was pretty impressive.
They really do. Yeah, no, that was cool. I wandered over there as well. I guess you were gone by the time I got there.
Yeah, I made a lap, and then I realized Pammy and the gang wasn't there. They were down the street at a different restaurant.
They were all out of gas by then, man.
Yeah.
So
big stuff, big time.
Good times.
Really was, yeah. And I will echo your comments about the ceremony itself. That was a wonderful ceremony, and it was pretty impressive that a bunch of flag grade officers didn't determine it was their time to inject their opinions, and that was nice. That it was good. So,
and they had a chance at the gala, and they did a fine job there for sure. But, that sundown ceremony itself was just well done.
Yep. Yeah, and when we were hanging out at the squadron on Tuesday, I was thinking, some of the smells and everything are the same, but a lot of the spaces look like they had been let go a little bit. We used to keep it pretty damn ship shape. Of course, that was
35 years ago, but also they're going to tear the building down.
Yeah, they're tearing it down. So why the hell would they wax the floors and paint? And it's coming down. So I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Although, do you remember when they pulled up all the asbestos tile in that place?
I do not remember this.
Oh, we were jammed up for weeks.
Is that the chronic cough?
Yeah, there it is there. Yeah, that's my disability.
So when we showed up, if you recall, 542 was down the street from us, and they had just built that adjoining hangar, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We moved into it, and they were just unwrapping that and let us use the space. So kind of dating us there. Not to mention the jets that were flying were delivered brand new about the time I was leaving in 94. So
yeah, how about that?
Pretty telling, huh?
Yeah.
all the carriers I carry qualled on, they're all razor blades.
Yeah. Every
Yeah.
every jet you've ever flown now, Buggsy, is done.
Gone to meet its maker.
God,
That's right.
You've got to be
That's right.
older than dirt, dude. Wow.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm in the same boat, except for the Boeings. I'm still flying the Boeings. The Boeings are still flying. You know, there's B-52s that are still flying, for crying out loud, that were built in the 50s.
Well, I think the last B-52 pilot ain't been born yet, but that's just my humble opinion.
Yeah. But we should park all the A-10s because those things are shit.
That's right. And they can't do anything.
Unbelievable.
You don't want to be on the business end of that, do you?
No, and never. Absolutely not.
You can run, but you'll only die tired.
Oh my gosh. So Bugs, who was it that you hadn't seen? Okay, Tex Schramm, Assist the Rag. Was there anybody else that you're like, holy shit, I recognize your face. I don't remember your name. And then they said, oh, this is such and such. You're like, oh my God, I do remember.
Tex was that guy, really. I looked and, kind of did the RCA dog a little bit. Then figured out, that's him. I had help with a few of the guys. Punky, Brewster. I figured him out pretty easily. There's others too, but Lawman, he looks the same, man.
Oh,
he looks like he still go out there and runs 300 PSP.
So here's the one that happened to me, and I still feel horrible about it. I walk into the bar on the Monday night thing. I poked my head into the reception that they were having going on there, and this guy looks at me and goes, "Repeat, how you doing?" And I know him. I absolutely know this guy. I've flown with him. You might as well. My mind was a whiteboard, a clean, brand new whiteboard. I could not pull his name out of the card Rolodex in my brain to save my life.
Oh no!
And then as soon as he told me who he was, I'm like, oh, now I feel twice as bad. It was Oingo.
Oh yeah.
Oingo and his bride were right there, and
he
exchanged Christmas cards for 40 years. So proof that you're getting old,
He's got he's got full head of hair still. And it's not even like gray. He looks exactly the same, only it's longer. His hair.
He does. And it just was like, I hope this doesn't happen to me all week.
Yeah. Well, there were so many people that I remembered their face and didn't remember their names. And I gave them all cards and said, hey, you got to come tell a story on. So there it was. And they're like, yeah. And of course, we're still waiting on that.
Hopefully we get some of those.
But hey, we've only been home like 2 days. So
that's right. And a special thank you to the skipper and the XO of VMA 223 for inviting us in there and letting us have space in their ready room. Well, there were 1 million people running around. I got a bottle of Sundown bourbon. I was excited to get that.
Yeah.
So
that was very cool. Cube, CNQ too.
Oh my gosh, that's another name, right?
Another guy we haven't seen since '92.
Yeah. So. And then we got to spend some time with Penn.
Yeah, I missed that.
Pinnacle.
Hoping to get Penn on the show. His son has written to us a couple times, and Penn's just hard to get to write back. So if you're listening, Penn, you got to come on and tell stories.
He helped court at Rusty's place. Yeah. He had us in a trance for a few hours. Rusty and I finally tapped out, I think, at about 1:30. And Penn stayed out there with Casey until about 2.
Yeah.
It was just phenomenal. Very good to see him. In 223 had a decent showing. I mean, we had a dozen plus from our
I thought so too. And there was so many 223 guys that came by King Mackerel when we were set up there and told story.
Yeah, I missed those, regretfully. But I'm looking forward to you guys getting your edits complete and putting that one out.
There were some good ones, although I don't remember if he said which squadron it was or not, but Trainwreck, that was the first story from there that I put out.
I think that was he was a 214 guy.
Yeah,
that's 214.
Right. That's right. 214. Yeah, world famous Black Sheep. So
Rizzo was a 223 guy. He's the one that told the story about strafing down an alley, which we'll leave it at that because it's a great story.
We'll get that out there. So plenty of good ones coming. But Bugs, let's get into some of your flying. When did you look skyward, decide you wanted to be a pilot, and more importantly, a Marine pilot? When did that happen?
I think I regaled you with all these boring stories already.
I don't think so.
But you can edit them out.
Bugs.
Yeah.
Bugs was a squid. He was a squid.
I was a squid. So, but back up. I was going, believe it or not, to enlist in the Marine Corps. I was going down to see the Marine Corps recruiter, and our recruiting station in Enfield, Connecticut was a gauntlet. Perhaps they're all like this. I don't think so, because I took my son down to the Marine Corps one here at Fredericksburg. But it was a gauntlet, and the first one on the right was the Navy, and there's a squid in his good humor uniform, leaning up against the door jamb, and he said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to see the Marines." He said, "There's nobody there."
He's out PTing.
I kept walking, and sure enough, out to lunch. So I came back around. He's like, "Why waste the trip?" So I went in and started talking to him, and he started, blowing all kinds of sunshine up my skirt and making me feel wonderful. And the next thing you know, I'm signing up for the Navy.
You're in the Navy now.
In the Navy. So I went to Great Lakes for boot camp, and I knew nothing. Absolutely. All I knew about the military, I learned from stripes, right? To that point. I had nobody in my family, my immediate family, except for my uncle, but nobody ever talked about their service. Nobody talked about serving. So there was really nobody to get these ideas from. So now I'm exposed to it in boot camp, and the gears start turning. And I asked the company commander, I said, "Can I be an officer?" And he said, "Nah, probably not."
Shit. Nah.
That's all I needed.
Can I chip paint for the rest of my life, please?
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
So I was an avionics technician on A6s, VA-75, the Sunday Punchers. I was deployed on the John F. Kennedy. We were on station off of Beirut right after the bombing of the Marine barracks for about 8 or 9 months, launching airstrikes. And during that time, I'm applying for Naval Academy. I'm applying for ROTC, and I'm applying for a little-known opportunity called Boost, brought an opportunity for officer selection and training. It's primarily for minorities, and the snail mail back then. I just missed deadlines, so the academy went away, ROTC went away, but somehow, miraculously, Boost came through for me. I was accepted to that, and remember, Commander Brown was a CO of 75. Then he brought me into the ready room. The officers were there and stuff, and congratulated me, and said some kind words, and it was really neat. We got back from that deployment. I went to San Diego, was there for a few weeks. They took me and about a dozen other folks and said, you guys are good to go. We're standing up a new unit in Memphis State, and we want some fleet sailors there. And, if you want to stay, you can. You're welcome to. You can rock out, or you can go and help stand this unit up and get a year jump on everybody. So that's what I did. Shortly after getting there, I declared Marine options. So, now I was on my way to fulfilling my dream of becoming a Marine. So that was about it. So Pete, to answer the initial question after I went off the rails there, I would love to go out to Vulture's Row and watch flight ops, and that's where I got bit, I'd say.
Okay. Oh, shit hot.
I got a quick question. Did you carry your qual on the Kennedy?
Yeah, no.
I did in
Yeah.
in T2s. For some reason,
Yeah.
the Lex wasn't available, and I was
Yeah.
wondering if you did it. What that would have been full circle.
That would have been neat. That
Did you
really
do
would
the-
have.
Yeah.
There's a Lex on both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet.
Yep. In fact, it's been a while now, but probably about a year or so ago, and I found Bugs and I qualled together in T2s, and I have the
You put-
T-shirt.
No way.
Yeah, I've got that T-shirt. So.
Were
I
you
don't
guys
think
in
I might.
Were you guys in Beeville together?
Yeah.
Oh, no
Yep.
shit. How about that?
We tracked together there.
Well, that's pretty damn cool.
We got put that promotion picture together.
Oh, that's
too.
right. You got promoted the first lieutenant the same day I got promoted to captain.
Yeah, and Dweeb. Remember him?
Yep, Dweeb was with us. Yeah, who went Hornets East is my recollection. So
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
fantastic. All right, what was that? Did you do 10 weeks of OCS or something then when you finally got there, or how'd that work, or was it an ROTC type?
Went through Bulldog.
Okay,
So I got the Navy ROTC scholarship, so we went through Bulldog, and
Okay.
dang, I don't remember.
So you had a
Tell
regular
me,
commission. You had a regular commission right out of the gate, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
regular.
Yeah, you're a regular guy.
damn.
Nice.
Damn, the rest of us had to fight for that regular commission from our
Well, no reserve commissions. Yeah.
PLC reserve commission bullshit. So, oh, man. Anything funny from OCS?
Man, let me think.
Anything funny happen to anyone else at OCS? It's always funnier when it's happening to someone else.
It's
It's not as
always
funny when
funny.
it's happening to you.
I remember the first night you show up, they tell you can't use the head. They post a watch. No one can use the head. You had to down a canteen, right? Maybe it was 2 canteens while you're online, standing on line.
Yeah.
Hold them over your head to show that they're empty. And some genius down the squad bay had a piss so bad he filled up one of his canteens.
Oh, it's a good thing you never have to drink out of that again.
Didn't use
right?
the head, you know.
Hot water. Come on.
Ah.
Oh, fantastic. Trying to think. Was it?
Hey, Bugs, what summer were you in Quantico for Bulldog? Was this summer of '86?
Yeah,
That's
that's right.
when I was doing my 10 weeks of spiritual training as well. Over at Camp Brownwood.
There was
I remember
Brownfield,
coming up and
Chop
exit
Annex,
on
and
90.
Main Side, right? So
I remember vividly coming down the exit off of 95 to the main gate there. Seeing the Iwo Jima Memorial, passing that, and there you go. A long, slow ride to the White Elephants. Who stayed in the White Elephants? Remember
oh
those?
yeah, remember those right off the those were right off the parade deck, right? For the,
Yes,
yeah, the grinder.
that's right.
deck. So
That's right.
behind the bleachers.
I know there were a number of funny or sad stories.
Yeah. Oh, I just got
Just
one
not-
from graduation. Now I remember the honor grad of our platoon or of our company could not remember pass and review. Right? He was supposed to say pass and review, and the band would come out and they'd dun 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 dun, and they'd march back and forth, and then they'd go back over to the end. So he's standing there and he's just like he's completely blanked out. He goes, "March back and forth and play the music." So they did.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it was piss. That was the other thing I was going to say. It's how you remember it. Piss in your shoe.
Piss in your shoe.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
It's in your shoe. Thank you.
So yeah, march
Yeah.
back and forth and play the music. Yeah, the DIs were ready to rip his head off.
Sure.
For that.
Absolutely. But what a hoot, man. Yeah, I cannot for the life of me remember any of those stories. And then TBS, of course, was just 6 months of it was hilarious. Just constantly. I think our company, we should write a book about it.
Well, some of the staff members were were cartoon characterish, right?
Remember Slick?
Yeah, Slick.
He was great.
Yes, Slick Cats.
Yeah, I saw him out at UDP.
No.
So who's this Slick for the uninitiated?
He was the
There's a
company.
guy you might know too.
He was the company XO, right? Major Fred Tuggle was our commanding officer, and Slick Cats was the XO. I think he was also a major, and then was McBride. Your platoon.
First platoon.
Yeah. And then we had a guy. We had a guy. I don't want to say his name but it sounded like McGroin, sort of. And he was our platoon, commander guy, instructor guy, captain, and he was an infantry officer, but he was kind of meek, and he kind of had a voice like this, and so we made fun of him, not to his face, but all the time. We were like, "Oh my God, what the hell?" Right? And so my roommate and I, Steve Nightingale, we stuck a tampon on the hanging from the string on the smoke alarm in between our racks from the roof for the first room inspection. And he comes in and he does the room inspection, and we're looking at each other, and then he looks up and sees the tampon hanging there, and we're looking at each other going, "Oh, here it comes, And he didn't say a word, and he walked out.
Whoa.
And we're like, "What the fuck? How could he?" He looked right at it, and he looked at it, and then we look at each other after he was gone. We're like, "I don't fucking think he knows what that is." He didn't know what to say. And we left it hanging there for the rest of TBS. It
6
hung.
months.
It hung from our smoke alarm in between the racks.
It's hilarious.
No. Wow.
We had to take it down when we checked out.
The bunch of Harrier pilots from your company. I remember that because I was looking at your
Oh yeah, there was
cruise
9
book.
of us.
Yeah,
There was
And
9 of
then,
us.
Least, right?
Yeah, and 3 after the first 2 or 3 of the 9 were dead,
Mm-hmm.
and 1 was from our squadron. Biscuit.
And in a fourth, it ejected.
Jeez, I didn't even think about that.
who was that? So it was Rip and JJ and Biscuit,
And Biscuit,
Mhm.
they were the
the 3 fatal.
fatalities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see who ejected. Would Kenny Perman eject?
Cover.
Oh, Cutter. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Cutter. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
After,
So yeah,
after
you're right.
after destroying the logging capabilities in eastern Japan. No, that's not when he ejected, but
He flew that one back.
So
That was good seeing him the other day too.
Yes, it was. It was good seeing
so,
him.
was Cutter there? I missed him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was there.
Oh, that really cheeses my kazoo. I wanted to see him. Damn, I had no idea.
He was there. I mean, everybody was there.
Yeah,
For
right.
crying out loud.
Everybody who's anybody.
Well,
Except for Greyhound. I've got a call into Greyhound tomorrow. We've chatted briefly today, but he had a double funeral to go to. His in-laws both passed. So he missed it, and we missed him.
Did anybody go to the simulator?
I don't know anybody who did, and I feel
'Cause
bad.
I heard it
kind
was
of
open.
promised my kids they'd get a chance to
Yeah.
look at it and fly it.
I heard it was going to be open, and I never.
Tex went.
You and I were kind of busy.
Yeah.
Tex went.
said-
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they let him
Yeah,
fly it? Did they get a
Yeah.
fly?
He flew it. Yeah.
Nice.
He thinks they had the crash override on.
Probably smart.
Probably.
Very, very wise move. So,
Yeah, I can't imagine jumping in that thing again.
right. No muscle memory after this many years. So, I don't know.
It's different muscle memory.
Yeah. So, and then one other semi-famous person from your basic school company, gents. Who might that be?
Well, it's the commandant,
The commandant. Yeah.
Eric Smith, General Eric Smith.
To you.
Yeah.
So you guys had a feeling that he might make it to the higher ranks, did you?
I thought it would have been Bobby Muse.
Yeah, it was going to be Bobby Muse or Eric, or Eric. I don't know what happened to Bobby Muse. Do you?
He became an attorney, I think, and probably got out. I think that the military sent him to, I heard, Notre Dame Law School, and
Oh, excellent.
he became an attorney. I'm sure.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
a
it's
damn fine attorney, but
the funding.
based on past performance, he was honor grad from OCS, honor grad from the TVS company.
Typical underachiever, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the kind of guy you'd expect to become the commandant. Typical underachiever.
Yeah.
Thought it'd be Duffy, actually.
Actually, now that you say it, that reminds me of another story. As soon as you said honor grad, there was when I was at OCS in the other company was their honor grad DOR the morning of graduation, and they're like, "What are you nuts?
What?
Why are you doing it?" He goes, "I have no desire to be a Marine officer. I just want.
It's too easy.
I just wanted to prove that anybody could do this."
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such
Swear
shit.
to God. Yeah. That people were bat guana crazy over that one.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
you need to put a
What
blood.
a set.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's not.
DOR. What do you mean DOR? Yeah. Drop honor.
I just wanted to prove that anyone could do this.
Yeah.
Nah.
I like you.
And I would say not anyone can do that. I was pissed. I didn't want to do it again, and I still don't know why I went back a second time.
Yeah, I couldn't have done a second time.
Oh,
I know that.
right.
Well, Bugs, what kind of memories you got from flight school that are stick in your mind when you think of flight school?
Again,
Did you do
flight
Milton or
school
Corpus?
was, what's that?
Did you do Milton or Corpus?
I went to Milton.
No.
Lived
Milton, Florida.
with Julio at AI, and then up in Milton as well. I mean, it was interesting because all these guys that started ahead of me, and we were just talking about this last week, and they're getting rained out, and I'm just hitting timing right. I'm doing 2-a-days, and I'm just passing everybody, and I end up getting winged, months before a lot of these guys that started before me. It was, just luck of the draw.
Yeah, timing. Your timing was perfect.
Impeccable.
Yeah.
Yeah. T-34s, it's fun stuff. What do I remember there?
Formation, first solo, any of that
Yeah,
stuff?
it was okay. Yeah, okay. Here's one. The one and only time I got sick. You remember the summer, the paper mills, the smell?
Oh yeah.
Remember
Awesome.
that?
Yeah.
It's brutal. I'm doing pattern work. I forget where it's at. And just getting bounced around. And I'm feeling the McGurgles, and I asked the instructor to take the controls. She kindly did, and I reached down and grabbed my bag and deposited my guts into it, and wrapped it up, threw it back in. I got it, and that was it. It was the last time I ever felt bad on a flight.
Wow.
It was probably something you ate.
Had to been.
Yeah.
Had to been. It couldn't have been that smell or getting bounced around.
Well, at least your instructor wasn't smoking a cigarette in the backseat like mine did all the time.
A major.
Remember
him?
I was good. Yes.
We're VT6.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, and then we had VT2, VT24 in the T2. We had the spin. One of the spin instructors was Commander Belcher. Remember him, Lieutenant Commander Belcher?
Remember the name?
He'd put in about 4 ounces of Red Man in his cheek, and then snap on the oxygen mask and go.
Oh, good Lord!
How someone could do that?
Yeah, that's just gross.
What's flat top? Same thing with the skull.
Yeah. Oh, how guys do that? That's
yeah,
hardcore.
Yeah, that's bad news bears shit right there.
Yeah.
No,
T2s. That was. I mean, that was fine. That if there was a a low point, if you could call it that, in flight training, was T2s. It was just, what can you do in a T2? But we did have a couple of special instructors there.
Yeah.
Whose names I won't.
How's
Repeat knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The one Marine captain, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head, he used to give guys below averages all the time for taxiing too fast. You scream at him. No faster than a man can walk. You're taxiing too fast. And he give below averages. I mean, it's my grades. My flight school averages here, you asshole.
Yeah.
Come on.
What was his fleet background? Do you know? Do you remember?
A6s or A4s? I think A6s. Yeah. So they land one day. Student opens the canopy. Bee flies in and stings him. He's
karma.
like, hurry up. Got to get back. I'm allergic to bees. I need to get back and shut down. I'm going to have an anaphylactic reaction. Or
no faster than a man can walk. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was one other one who was right in there with him. But then they put all the good Marine instructors in VT-24, I think.
They did. There were a bunch of good guys over there. So
we had some real good guys there.
But
Skivvies, it was my on-wing.
Okay.
Rod Hale. Who else was there? Truck?
Yeah, I think either Truck or Jethro was my on-wing, but I don't recall anymore. So, but yeah.
And Jethro transitioned to Harriers, too.
Yeah, he did. And Truck was Harriers from the beginning. And then, they were both A4 guys, weren't they? Anyway, Mike's next.
Bubba, too. He was a major.
Bubba Moats. Well, I'm looking for you, Bubba Moats. Where are you? I want to have you on the show. He's got an amazing story. He was an EA6 driver, transitioned to Harriers, and had a bad ejection experience and said, yeah, it's enough for me. And that's when he went down to the training command. So did a great cross country with Bubba. And then I did another one. There's another instructor I was trying to think of from there, but but going back, and we had, I don't know, did you ever fly with Tammy Jo Schultz in VT-26, the T2s? Flew with her a couple times. And she's the one who saved Southwest 1380 about 7 years ago.
Yeah. 8 years. You remember Julius?
Yeah.
Flew with him a few times. He was the LSO. Good guy.
Okay. Let's see. So Bago has a question. He says he wants to know what weapons did we use? Actually, it may have been from someone else in the comments section there, but what weapons did we fire at TBS or OCS? He doesn't think we ever talked about any weapons training there. Do you remember firing weapons at the basic school or?
Yeah. We got qualified in the with the M16A2 with iron sights out to 500 yards.
Yep.
And then the M9. We were the first class to shoot the Beretta. The class before us were still shooting 45.
Oh, yeah. I shot with a 45. That thing rattled around so much you were lucky to get it on the paper, let alone anywhere in the bullseye.
Now the Marine Corps back to the 45 again. Yes.
Because it should be.
Yeah.
I think we all got to shoot the M203 grenade launcher.
Oh, yeah. Shit, yeah.
That was more fun than you should be allowed to have with your pants.
That was fun. And then I don't think everyone got a shot at the 50s, or the crew served.
Oh, yeah. Well, I schlepped a M60 around in the field for one of those field events one time. I was like, yeah, I'm good now. I don't ever need to hear this again.
You never need to do this again.
Yeah.
Thank you. And God bless those guys that do it for us, though.
Yeah,
right.
No kidding.
Oh, man, no kidding. How they do it. It's takes a special kind of person to be able to just keep going doing that stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that 203 grenade launcher, man, that was a lot of fun.
Dunk.
But that was that was about it, though.
Yeah.
And then remember the night shoot with the Starlight scope?
Oh, yeah.
And you thought you were being somebody, and now, I know you, Repeat, you've seen Rudy's stuff, too.
Yeah.
The technology now for thermals and night vision.
For a few $100, those were $10,000 crappy
Oh yeah.
night optics that
Yeah.
that the Marines had back in the day.
But you thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we threw grenades as well, Chase.
Yep.
I don't know, we were different platoons, Bugs, but I got down in the pit. It was my turn. It was a lance corporal, and he was instructing all the second lieutenants. And he's like, okay, by the numbers, get down the pit. And the last thing he said was, don't watch it. Throw it and get down behind the wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was my turn. And I did it by the numbers, And I threw it, and I was a baseball player. I threw it, and I'm like, oh, man, that's a great throw. And I'm standing there, and I feel this hand come up behind my flak jacket. He pulled me down on top of him, and then the thing goes off, and there was dirt clods and shit flying in my face. And I chucked that thing. It was out there. So, when you see the movies where they'll chuck a grenade and throw it around the other side of the wall, and they all kind of get down. Okay, right. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Nice throw.
Only works for a flashbang.
Yeah.
So, no. We got the, and again, we didn't have Instamatic cameras and all that shit, or certainly didn't have cell phones with cameras. We could have gotten a lot more cool pictures. I never even thought to take pictures of messing around.
We could have gotten a lot of trouble too.
Yeah, well, there's that.
I can't imagine today how it is. They probably tell them, leave your damn phones in the BOQ. We're going out in the field, son.
Yeah,
right.
I thank God we didn't have those things when we were coming through. Gosh, I would have been in hack all the time.
When you went to the boat in T2s and then again in A4s, did you do it right there out of Beeville, or did you have to go to like Key West? What's the time of the year where it was?
Out of Beeville both times.
Both times? That's too bad.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Same thing?
I did one each. I did the Lex in T2s out of Beeville, and then out of Key West the second go round.
See, all the Meridians had to go down to Kingsville, fly out of Kingsville. I mean, out of Key West. Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a horrible thing. I mean, there's worse places, right, Bugs? Which is where we were on our way to.
That's right.
We were going through the hot pit.
Then we stopped in Tampa at some point too, right? In McDill.
We did, because when we took off out of Tampa, the approach controller sounded like Kirk Gowdy. You remember that? He says, dog, whatever. I can't remember who was leading, you or I, but he says, dog, whatever. Say you're ready to climb, and you're in the background going, this dude sounds like Kirk Gowdy.
We flew a VFR leg up to Tyndall, or no? We went right to Pensacola.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna ask if you remember this. We were flying that low level that goes south towards Key West.
Yeah.
We'd gone through the hot pits at Cecil, and now we were heading south. And it goes right over the top of Lake Okeechobee, and it was a high overcast, like 10,000 foot overcast, and there was no wind, and the lake was like glass. You know what I'm going to say about the bass boat and the dudes in the bass boat? Yeah. So repeat, there's one bass boat out in the middle of the lake right in front of us. And without saying a word, no words were spoken, no hand and arm signal. I look over. Buggsy had been in combat spread. I look over, and he's closing on me. And so the short of the story is we went blown over this bass boat with these two dudes standing in it, standing up casting. We went blown by this bass boat at maybe, I don't know. It was
I'm
really
certain
low.
It was 200 feet.
It was really low. And
250 knots.
They didn't hear us coming, because I remember locking eyes with the dude as he was casting, and he looked up, and I saw in the mirrors after we had blown through there, I didn't see either dude standing in the bass boat. I'm assuming they both crouched down real low.
Go with that.
I think they were both Patriots. I'm sure they were.
Yeah. And they're telling this story right now to their grandkids, probably.
Yeah. There I was, minding my own business, about to cast a line.
There you go.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was a fun trip.
Right? That's good. It was a good trip. Yep.
Yeah.
Pensacola, Tampa Bay, Key West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good times.
So how did the ice one end?
Well, we ended up getting on the ground at Cecil Field there, Jacksonville, to get fuel. And about the time we were done refueling, Bugs' canopy finally defrosted.
Okay.
It was about like that. But he had put his seat all the way down or something, and he had scraped a hole big enough that he could look through. He was hanging on. And I'm like, good God, what's going on over there? And we had ice all over, and we were slowing down for the approach. Otherwise, you just go fast and it comes off. But we were slowing down for the approach because it was kind of shitty up there. We broke out a few hundred feet, and there was the runway, and we landed, got fuel. And by the time we were done getting fuel, all the ice and everything had melted off.
Never a dull moment. Right?
No.
Good times. Good times.
Sweet.
So, there I was looking at a wall that had absolutely no personality, just empty space where something cool should have been. That's when I discovered DCArtworks.net. If you've got a wall in your office, hangar, your home bar, your shop, or the background behind your camera that could use a little authority, go take a look at DCArtworks.net. DC Artworks is veteran-owned and run by Derek Combs, and what he does is turn steel into a serious statement. These pieces aren't flimsy decorations. Every piece starts as a precision, laser-cut, hardened steel piece, then it's hand-finished, so it looks like something worthy of the space it hangs in. The really cool part is that almost everything he produces is custom. The designs on the site are just examples. Derek regularly creates squadron logos, call signs, aviation artwork, business signs, and one-off gift pieces that you simply can't buy anywhere else. I've got a set of naval aviator wings from him that are 2 feet across, and I can tell you this, nobody walks past them without stopping and asking about them. That's the kind of work he does. He also does powder coating, engraving, and metal fabrication. So the pieces have real depth and color instead of looking flat like most wall art. And here's the part just for our listeners. If you go to DCArtworks.net and use the code STIW, you get 20% off your order. And that discount applies every time you order, even if something else is already on sale. So take a few minutes, go browse the designs, and then reach out to Derek about creating something custom. Because once you see what he can build, you'll start looking around your place thinking, yeah, that wall needs something. And thanks to DCArtworks.net for sponsoring this episode.
Hey, well, did either of you guys take the opportunity to get anything from DC Artworks, Derek Combs?
I did. Yeah. Yeah, for the 223
Nice.
tumblers, the
Yeah.
low ball
Whiskey glasses. There you go.
Really
All right. So, yeah.
I am going to order a tail flash and the patch.
The patch. That's a 2 foot. Oh, there's a better picture. Thanks, Sticks.
Yeah.
Of the the 2 patches.
And I need at least 4 tumblers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do a package deal.
So he will normally charge I guess the sticker price on those is $7.50. If you subscribe to the show or use the code STIW, he will give you 20% off. You can own one of those 2 foot plus steel patches for $600. And
hey,
I'm telling you, it is.
How much does it weigh? Because it's heavy.
I want
How
to
much
say
do you think
20
it weighs?
pounds, between 15 and 20 pounds.
Yeah, it's legit. It's legitimately solid.
It is steel, but it's heirloom type art. I mean, this is something that will pass down for generations.
Forever.
Yeah.
You gonna put that in your bar repeat?
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, it's
a place for
it's down there now. I haven't hung it up yet. Finishing the flooring. I need to hang that thing up, but
nice. Nice. Yeah. I was trying to see that. I like it.
Put it back there. Yeah. So that's the room it's going in. Against the dark blue wall. I've got the tail flash, the yellow and red in one wall, and I thought, well, that will compete with a wall, and this looks more better. So
that's
hold
good.
on. Oh, sorry. Get out of your way there, Sticks. Sorry. So yeah, that's the tail flash. We're putting it up there now. Looks like the Arizona or the flag or the Japanese rising sun flag. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. So go to DCArtworks.net and see just some of the amazing stuff he can do. It doesn't have to be military. It could be your company, I think to some degree he can do some college stuff, although colleges tend to get a little more picky about their copyrighted artwork. He had a guy mentoring him who was approached by the University of Alabama with a cease and desist letter.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Cease and desist, huh? No
Yeah.
good sons of bitches.
So, all right. Well, we probably ought to consider landing the airplane. I appreciate you guys coming here and chatting and going over some old times together and just kind of wrapping it up there. We'll put in another another story from last week in North Carolina. And as I said, we'll bounce those out over the next several weeks, but there were many good ones. Actually, one of the things I need to do for tomorrow is send all the ones we recorded on station to the Wing Communications folks so that they can get their ears on it first, because we promised them that they would get to hear it.
Oh, yeah. I don't recall there being anything that could even be close to being sensitive.
No, I think
they're all pretty
you really dumbed down the one when you were talking to Cube about, his fun in the airplane.
oh yeah. We
so,
yeah.
I think that's the worst of it. So
yeah.
So
we got to have Cube on too, because that'll be an unfiltered. And just because Cube was Cube. I mean, holy cow, that was an ugly picture. Good God, that airplane was ugly. Look at that thing.
The T2 Buckeye he had.
But when I was flying it, I thought it was the most badass jet there was.
Right? It was a jet, baby. It was a
So
jet.
they used to say you can't be cool in that thing. The best you can be is on speed.
On center line, right? That's about it.
But so there was, let me put this up real quick as well for those watching YouTube. We referred to it earlier. There was a picture of Bugs and Rudy and Rusty when they first got to the gala the other night, and then someone took it and put it to AI.
I think that was AI. I think those guys, that's how they entered it.
Yeah, it probably did.
Look at them. I don't think that's AI. I think that's legit.
We dance better than that.
Yes.
Little river dance activity going on there. Not too far.
Did you send that? Did somebody put that on the group?
Somebody put it on the group.
Somebody put it on the group.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see that?
That's the first time I saw that.
Oh, no kidding.
Isn't that how you guys entered? Because I'm pretty sure I don't think that was touched up in any way.
No.
Although Rudy's teeth look a lot wider than they did when I saw him in person.
Go with that. Oh, dear God.
Well, Bugs, I can't get enough Buggsy. And I could tell more stories, but they're not really flying stories, so I'm not going to go into it. About your post-Marine Corps career. That's the Jamie Lee Curtis I'll always remember right there.
Me too.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Good times.
Had some good Marines on that boat with us that day. Momo was there too.
So that day, were they doing the shoot on the bridge? You guys were watching from the water? Is that when
the whole day to film that one where the
van goes off? The
limo.
Oh,
yeah.
limo.
So the van goes off and then the limo.
Yeah.
Right?
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I thought she was in the limo. I thought she was hanging out of the moonroof. Who was that then? If that wasn't her. Come on now, don't ruin it for me.
Oh, man.
That was an awesome stunt double.
Yeah.
Really incredible. That was neat experience.
Well, thank you, Bugs, for sharing with us.
Hey, man.
And thank you for your service.
You guys, the world.
Yeah. Thank you for your service. Thank you to all the families who sacrificed birthdays and holidays and anniversaries and everything else. Your dedication helps the Marines who sign on the dotted line actually go out and do their service. And not just Marines, obviously, everybody who signs. And we're grateful to all of you and all of the families who make that happen. Thanks also to Dave Hamilton over at backbeatmedia.com, who provides know-how, knowledge to get this show out to you and advertising. Appreciate Dave's all his support.
DC DCArtworks.net.
Yeah. Got Derek Combs. I'm telling you, that stuff is heirloom quality artwork. I am so thrilled to now have two pieces. I've got the 2-foot wings and a 2-foot squadron patch. Fantastic stuff.
And you're only limited by your imagination because he can do anything.
Right.
It was just Harrier centric this last weekend. If you are Harrier community person from any squadron, he's got you covered. But that's
Harrier
just
bottle openers
with
with your squadron logo on it, with the Marine Corps logo on it. Yeah.
That is a good picture.
Fantastic. Of a Harrier in the basket, getting gas.
That's the parade. That's the parade painted model.
Yeah. Probably taken, that one likely wasn't taken by Badass, but Badass has some amazing photos at bdsaviationphotography.com.
Yeah, he took his last Harrier picture on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless they sneak one out of there. I mean, there's a few more flying, obviously. They got to get them to museums and stuff around the country, but it's over,
Yeah. Well, thanks to Badass for joining us out there. And of course, hey, for the first time ever, we had all the So There I Was folks in one spot at one time. We had Sticks and Bago and you and I. And It was a blast.
That was cool. Yeah. There was a picture of Bago and me up there. So, yeah. Great stuff. I'm trying to think what else. We got a merch store, so therewas.us/merch. There's a couple of, let me turn that down just a little bit. Grab my notes real quick.
Buggs, we got a bikini. That would look really, really good on you.
Yeah. Hey, Fig, we got a new division lead this week. Scott Nicholson signed up. And so we thank you to Scott. David O. Oddball says he met us at the Sundown. I'm sorry I don't recall meeting you. So whether it was a call sign or what have you. We're a lot of people, but yeah. And then I think we already mentioned them, but Daniel Z9 Zielkowski sent us $25 via Venmo. Stretch Kern is a tanker aircraft commander, and Salman Arnello threw another $50 at us.
Damn.
Look, guys, your financial advisor, he's worried about you, and your spouse is suspicious. But
we're questioning your financial judgment. We are humbled. Thank you.
Yeah. So something happened to your mic there, Fig. And if you can't throw money at us, what you can still do is tell somebody else about the show, and then like and subscribe, and go to therewas.us/rate and give us, count them 5 stars, not 4. You're going to give us 4 stars. Go find some other show and drop that on them. So, because we're trainable. Tell us what we did wrong. Tell us what you want to hear. We'll make it happen. So,
can you hear me now?
I got you now. That's more better.
That's weird.
Know what else I can hear? Something in the background.
That's the 2 Air Force F-16 guys that make the service sound good. The Dos Gringos.
Not a bad song of the bunch.
Not a bad
Having
song.
a bad day? Go listen to the Gringos. They'll bring a smile to your face.
Dos of them.
Yep. All right. Till next week, any advice for anybody there, Fig?
Don't sit on the ejection seat handle.
Don't do it.
Well, there I was, crossing the pond, and you could see that I wasn't exactly fond of all the shit I was wearing on that day. Now an F-16 is cramped enough, but it's even worse with all that stuff supposed to save your life. But we knew there was no way. 'Cause when you're going down the North Atlantic, man, it's over.
Hold on. It's what?
He said it's over.
Now I have to face stupid reality again.
Buggsy!